Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harris and I am your host. And when we went to break, I told you that my next guest would be from District 4 of the Oakland City Council, Janani, Ramachandra. Did I get that almost correct?
You pronounced that 98% perfectly.
All right. Well, welcome back. We had you here on the show, I believe, when you were running for District 4, and we haven't had an opportunity to get you back before now. So welcome back to All About Community, and this is going to be an exciting interview because we're going to learn a lot from you. Let's talk about your first year in office. How has that gone?
You know, the learning curve has been about this steep. Every day my mouth gapes wider and wider, understanding all of the roots of some of the issues that we're having. It's been a whirlwind. Oakland's going through a lot right now.
Well, that's an understatement. Oakland is going through a lot. So why don't we talk about what Marvin Gaye said? You remember what Marvin Gaye said? Some of you probably don't remember. There's a song by Marvin Gaye, and it is called What's Going On? Now, what's going on here in Oakland? I love Oakland. I know that Oakland can do better, but what's going on, Marvin Gaye, in Oakland?
You know, things are chaotic right now when it comes to public safety. And when you have residents that don't feel comfortable going downtown, going to their local small business corridors, leaving the house for things, you don't get that community trust. And without that trust, you don't have people who want to economically support Oakland. People tell me every single day that they're taking their business to Lafayette and Walnut Creek and Emeryville and other places because they don't feel comfortable staying and investing in their own neighborhoods. People who are born and raised here are feeling this way. And if we want to rebuild that public trust, we have to start with getting our crime in order.
Yeah, but how are we going to do that? Because it seems to me it's just escalating day after day after day. So what's the city council doing, if anything? Yeah. I don't know what they're doing.
I can speak for 1 out of 8 voices on council. Can't speak for everybody, but you know, unfortunately in the city, not everyone is on the same page about treating public safety as a priority.
Well, that's obvious.
Day one, us coming into office, we were focused on how do we increase patrol presence to deter crime? How do we get smart on investigations so that those who are committing crimes can actually be apprehended? And how do we also prevent crime through youth programs and job programs? It's a 3-pronged approach.
So you say on day one you were focused on that. Well, what happened?
We're still at it, but internal politics have shut us down.
You mean there's politics in the city of Oakland?
On the inside, more than I thought. I might be the youngest person to ever serve on city council, but I guarantee you I'm one of the more mature people in that building.
Well, I think that's rather obvious when you look at some of the things that are being done or not being done, some of the decisions that are being made or not being made. So what's your solution, if any, in terms of restoring the confidence of the citizens who no longer want to shop in Oakland? Anything you can say to them?
Zooming in on economic development and the recovery of small businesses. If we get people to walk out and about their shopping districts, in my district that includes the Diamond, the Laurel, Montclair, Glenview, if we get people out and about on the street, patronizing their local businesses, most of these businesses are owned by Oakland residents themselves, then we're going to have that sense of vitality that Oakland did have before the pandemic.
Right, but how do you get to that stage when after a whole year, no police chief, no permanent police chief? Now, how are you going to get there? Let me just say this. The mayor made a decision, which I don't have a problem. People make decisions all the time. But when you make a decision to fire your police chief with no plans to replace him or her, then I'm lost. There's a song also called I'm Lost. And I am really lost. What are you going to do?
You know, I hate saying to people, to constituents, that, you know, that's out of my control. But
I know.
But the police chief situation is one thing that is so strictly out of the hands of city council. To me, I'm doing the best I can with the resources that we have. Me and my team communicate on a near daily basis with our OPD area captains and interim leadership as well. And we're collaborating the best we can with our interim chief, who has been doing the best he can given the resources and what we're going through. But we do need permanent leadership.
He's interim, and as far as I can see, for an interim person, he's doing quite well. He's not a permanent person who is there to help resolve some of the problems that we have, because when LaRon Armstrong was fired, he had the overwhelming majority of confidence of people in the city of Oakland. And then you just don't walk in and I don't care who told you to do it. It doesn't make sense to do it unless you got something to follow with. That is a plan of action. But if you don't have a plan of action, it's just really silly. So don't touch that remote. I don't want to get emotional. Don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community. My name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and my guest is Councilwoman Janani Ramachandra.